Oh, are we live?
Oh, we're live. Welcome to the Blame It on the Group Chat, episode 3 podcast. Sorry we started a little late. We're running on CP time. Gabe's like, what's happening? So anyway, we're going to kick it off real quick. We're already late. We're going to roll into the first topic, Gabe. What do you want to talk about?
First of all, why am I still fat?
That's a good topic. Where do we begin?
Not enough running, not eating healthy,
Yeah,
not eating my salad, always eating crap.
is a great promo for your.
Yeah, I mean, we got a great fucking promo, and he's not wrong about that. We could actually pull that up, Gabe. I'm going to tell you exactly how you could lose weight. And this is the last week. This is the last week that you could do this. Let's see.
So good.
This would be good for you, Gabe.
Wait, how is this possible? You eating this type of food and you're still losing weight?
Yeah,
You could lose weight on this. So
Audience.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
eating healthy, having some twisted tea while we're at this. They're advertising Arby's
Arby's
for health conscious.
Arby's be
people.
fire though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Arby's
So
be fire.
this is the last week of our partnership with Factor. They if you're like if you like want a meal prep but you don't have the time, they do it for you. There's a promo with our channel. If you click the link, it is 50% off your first order, free shipping. It's really good. I use it. The meals taste awesome, good seasoning. They got all kinds of different meals plans. It tastes like a chef made it. It doesn't taste like some of these plans. They taste like you bought it at the grocery store. But yeah, man, it's just good food. If you click the link in the channel below, you'll get 50% off, free shipping. Help out the channel. So
Free breakfast for a year too.
yeah,
Can't beat
there's
that.
different promos, but it's the last week. If you want to help us out, that would be great. So anyway, besides that, Gabe, besides you signing up for Factor because you can't wait to lose weight and you're very excited, what do we got? What do you kick us off, man?
So now that we're on the subject of food, let's talk about snacks. With the EBT card that is going around or that's being used, that need, and, I completely understand. It definitely need because you have a full family, you have 2 jobs, still can't make, and no one, any other form of money coming in, then you definitely deserve. But unfortunately, we do have a lot of people in the United States that does abuse the government, and hopefully, with this new bill, that this helps and change things. What's going on now? Nation. So basically, long story short, in Trump's new bill, which is the big beautiful bill, he is basically cutting off snacks for EBT. That's includes chips, candy, or any form of other snacks as well, including some forms of juice, plastic, aluminum juice from the fruit punch ones. Yeah, yeah. So what do you guys think about it? Like, what's on your minds with that?
Go ahead. You could either give it to Josh or Onyx first. I'm gonna try to mess with you.
It helped out a lot. I just feel like knocking out snacks, certain items. At the end of the day, I'm gonna snack. I mean, what can we say? At the end of the day, everybody eats chips. I eat chips. Everybody eats, or some form of a snack. So I feel like everybody kind of have a snack. So obviously, it should be maybe a limit. When I had EBT, I was taking advantage of steaks and meats and poultry and everything that was necessary. But yeah, me personally, going forward, I just feel like people should definitely have a full bar. Maybe be a limit, on what it is. If it's healthy, because at the end of the day, we are getting big country. Better with that, especially when you say,
Yes, I agree to a certain degree what Josh was saying. Um, it's just it's just unfortunate how certain individuals, if they have economic problems, they have to rely on that. And snacks are expensive, especially with candy. Candy is constantly skyrocketing with this new economy that we're in now. We're in, a lot of inflation that's happening, and not just candy, but chips as well. But I do believe that we have a lot of people out there who are abusing the government, who are making enough for ends meet, and a lot of times these people have jobs that are under the table. They're not even being recorded, and they are abusing the system. And the thing is, the taxpayers we pay for the EBT cards, so just cutting off the snacks alone. If you really think about it, it's not a necessity. It's not if I'm saying it right, it's not something that's that will. It's not like cutting off protein, or cutting off meat. You know what I mean? I think is people can survive while snacks. What I mean, like as long as the EBT card is still being, you can still be able to buy pasta, buy vegetables, buy your steaks or whatever the case may be. I think this is actually a good thing. You know what I mean? Like snacks is not end all be all type thing, and it will help save money for the government, and hopefully start paying off our debt really, because we are in tremendous debt right now. So what do you think about that, Onyx? Sure.
Um,
What do you-
yeah, I agree with that. I don't know about cutting off snacks completely. I think there should be a certain percentage that's for that in EBT. But I've also used EBT in the past before, especially when it comes to a family with children. Kids are very picky eaters, very sensitive on what they can eat. So I get some families will buy snacks to kind of alleviate that, but I also understand that there are people who do abuse that, and especially older adults who have really bad eating practices. So they instead of getting something healthy, they'll get like something quick that's high in calories. Don't work it out. So it's got to be kind of a balance. There should be a certain percentage just allotted for unhealthy snacks to a degree, but if it is, then the rest has to be mostly healthy. That sticks to more of the healthy food groups that people can actually get into. But again, now you're going into the government telling you what you can and can't do, and it's kind of a mixed bag. But I think if you're getting sustenance from the government, they can dictate what the stipulations of that aid is.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I think too there should be a limit on that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think cutting out snacks completely is the best way to go because it's gonna piss off a lot of people. But I think definitely limiting on what a certain percentage should be will probably be the better option. They get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and I agree. It's just that I think right now, since our economy is so shaky right now, um, Trump is doing the best he can to keep this economy afloat. We have been in a massive bull run for our market for the past the last major recession we had was 2000 and 2008 2009, which was the housing market crash. So we haven't really had a true recession except for COVID, but that really had nothing to do with economics. That had to do with actual, virus going around where the systems had to be shut down worldwide. But when it comes to economics, we haven't really had a true recession just truly based on economics for a while. And right now he's inheriting a presidency where we had Joe Biden, who was Sleepy Joe, that really didn't know. He was sleepy as hell. He was even more sleeper than me. You know what I mean? I sleep
Nah,
like
I don't know
nobody's
if he's
business.
fucking sleepier than you. That motherfucker stay awake way longer than you're at.
But the short story, long story short, I think Trump inherited a bad market. Joe really didn't help out, and he's doing the best he can to keep it afloat. But also, unfortunately you have to step on a few toes to keep this ship afloat. You know what I mean? I'm sure you'll agree with me, Austin. It's unfortunate. That's just how it is. Yeah, I know a lot of people. If you go on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, people are voicing their opinion on what's going on, and people are hating it right now. But unfortunately, you got to sacrifice sometimes to make sure the ship is good.
Yeah, so I get the idea, the concept behind it. It's just there's no really easy black and white answer. So I get wanting to prevent people from just using all of their allotted EBT funds to go and buy like a case of Oreos, a case of Cheetos, and what? Yeah, go grab one.
All right, thank you, man.
You want one? This is exclusive though. This is for people that show up on time.
Pineapple one?
Yeah. This is the best flavor in the world.
Do you
You
have another pineapple one?
want to try
I
it?
was the one who bought it.
Yeah, he brought it. Onyx graced us. Here's
You can have those.
get a. You want the okay? So anyway, I get the concept behind it.
Yeah.
However, it's kind of like that thing where like, what do you classify as a snack? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like the government is going to determine what snack is okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucking weird. But I get what they're trying to do. So you can have snacks. They make chips that aren't as bad for you, that aren't fried in saturated oils. They make cookies that aren't 5,000 ingredients. You know, at the end of the day, like, especially nowadays, I see a lot of people are like, oh, I don't give my kid that. Bro, I don't let my kid eat that. But then when you were growing up, you were eating fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And you were living like a kid. You were allowed to live your life. So why shouldn't your kid be allowed to live their life? Now, it doesn't mean you want to feed them fucking poison. But if you want to get them a pack of fucking Oreos once in a while, you should be allowed to. Now, I get it that the whole fucking, what's it called? You know, we're paying for it with our tax money. So like, oh, that's their problem. But yeah, but I mean, if they apply and they qualify, then they should be able to use that money how they want. And then if they fucking blow it, then I guess you're living off of fucking chips and cookies for the fucking month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about taking advantage, and I feel like as you just everybody as a person, people really just gotta look inside and say, hey, I'm gonna limit myself, and I'm not gonna be gluttonous, and I'm just gonna try to do better. And as a person, you doing that, or a household, if everybody's doing that, it's like energy. If everybody's saving energy, we'll be able to supply the world. But if everybody's taking energy, the world's gonna go dark. Not saying it will, but you just using it as an.
Yeah, so basically, if not everybody's on the same page, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, if everybody's not on the same page,
we're all divided.
it's almost like
Selfish. It's a lot of selfishness.
Maybe I think what would be good
or form together, it crumbles. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yeah.
As a community.
I think maybe, and it's weird because it's dollar amounts, but maybe a system needs to be made for like EBT where it doesn't look necessarily at the prices of things, but maybe they assign a point system like they do with like Weight Watchers, where it's like, all right, you're allowed to get maybe categorize shit. So like categorize, say, Oreos and Fritos and shit like that. Say that's category D. You're allowed to get up to 5 points in category D, and everything's got a assigned point value. Now, if you want to get like poultry or beef or fucking oatmeal or shit like that, maybe you're allowed to get more. Maybe it's like, like if you want to break it down to like simple, like if you play a video game and you're statting your character out, it's like, well, I could put this many stats here, or I could put 1 to 2 stats here because these are worth more. This is worth less. Something like that, maybe. Like, I don't know, but I don't think it's a black and white thing. But I get what they're trying to do, because yeah, you do have people that are just fucking, and then
using the system.
So I think the same system definitely should be applied to like, so like with child support, and they might do this. I don't know, but it should be like that money goes to a specific account, and it's only valid on certain things, because there's women or whatever that fucking get their shit and they go out and party on the weekend with their $800 child support, and then the kid's over there licking fucking roaches off the floor because it's got no food. It's wearing the same raggedy ass shirt. that it's had for the last 2 fucking Christmases. And you're there just dying, and you're sending all this money that you can't even afford, and then she's fucking, I got my nails done, I got a new fucking set, I got a fucking AMG in the parking lot, and then she just sitting there patting her pussy all day. You know what I'm saying? So same concept. Like there needs to be a limit on like if that shit is child support, it's child support. It's not fat ugly bitch support. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that shit's got to go to the
It
kid.
is going in.
Nobody like the thing is nobody is against paying their share for their kid as long as it's going to the kid. You know what I'm saying? So
Again, that's another form of just abusing the system. You know what I mean?
yeah, so I get it. They're setting limitations to try to like limit abuse, but
Yeah.
Because you go to
Yes.
Virginia, man,
Yeah,
ooh,
that's
them
what they're
girls,
doing.
man. Virginia girls, they doing that shit on purpose, man. They getting pregnant on purpose over in Virginia. The girls really do that, but they do that everywhere. You know, women might say, "Oh no, he's lying." But I'm telling you, they do that, man. They do that. They take advantage. They get them kids, and some girls are lazy. They don't want to get up and work. I'm not saying every woman, but there's some lazy ass women. There's some lazy ass men. But when it comes to kids, there's women actually doing that shit on purpose. So be careful out there.
yeah, so it's just they're trying to put some framework to kind of guide people to make the right decisions, but just like with everything in life, if you make rules, people are going to find their ways around them to
Yeah.
benefit themselves.
Yeah.
But there's only so much you can do. So you can't. The thing is, especially in the United States, and you could break this all the way down to the amendments, is you can wish for more rules to keep the people that are doing wrong things from doing it, but you're basically inflicting more on yourself in the turn. So they're still gonna find ways to do what they want to do.
But they're criminals. Why would they follow the rules?
But now you're freaking you're more limited. Like yeah, okay, there's like, and this is not to get off on a tangent, but it's like okay, like if there's shootings, right? Immediately people are like, oh well, fucking, no one needs to have that rifle. And then it's like, okay, well, what fucking stopped the guy with the rifle?
Exactly.
Another rifle.
Yeah, of course.
And if other people,
Facts. Can't use a knife.
people,
Can't bring a knife to a gun show.
so like, if you think that guy is not gonna find a way to shoot up a school, he's gonna find a way because he's just gonna get the gun from somewhere else.
Exactly.
You think criminals buy their guns legally? A small fraction, maybe a small fraction might turn bad, and
A lot of criminals will use their friends, family members, or other people to get guns for them. The common thing is to use their girlfriend, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they just don't. No one's gonna walk into a bank and armed up, knowing you're gonna try to rob the bank when everyone can.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like,
Everybody and their grandma pull out a
suicide
gun
act.
to stop something.
That's just you saying I want to die. That's different. If you want to die, kill yourself. Your own prog. To take guns away from everyone in the name of safety and security is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, people who have wrong intentions or bad intentions are always going to find a way, a loophole, to try to get what they were going to get, and they'll always been up. Not going to change anytime soon. You can't control.
yeah. So I'm not for like excess rules. There's already enough fucking rules, but I get the intention. So
We don't need any more goody two shoe practical sense on how to problem. Not like let's limit all these other things. Like no, asshole, that's not a good idea. You're thinking short term, not thinking long. You're thinking in a bubble where everyone's kind and nice and everyone rainbows and ribbons for participation. That's not this world. Not reality. That's not how reality works. See that some people have bad intention. You got to put them in place. You can check.
No.
The best deterrent for that is force.
yeah,
You know,
Assertiveness.
yeah. And then
assertiveness goes to a certain
Unless,
level,
like
sure.
you were saying about guns and knives, then that's different. Then I would say definitely.
Like honestly, I think teachers should be allowed to carry. Now, get it? There's certain things that like, we can't have campus. But if we teach gun safety to kids at a young age, then the probability of potential shootings goes down.
Of course, I would say.
or yeah. No, go ahead.
I mean, first off, rest in peace to all the victims in Parkland, over in Parkland. But I agree. Yes, rest in peace. But I agree with Berkeley. Yeah,
Oh,
No, you're talking about the old one though,
yeah,
right?
old, but freshly new though.
There's a new one.
No, not new.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I didn't know.
to me, it's still
oh,
new.
sorry.
I wouldn't be
It
surprised.
was yesterday.
I mean, that's like the theater shooting. What was it in
Aurora.
Colorado, Sandy Hook, elementary?
There was a
school,
lot,
I
it's a
mean,
lot going
a
on.
lot
Rest in
of-
peace to yeah,
all these victims.
all these victims. But I go on on that topic. In that case, like I said, if that kid came in shooting, that teacher would have been, especially if, I think, me personally, I think teachers should go under training of
That's what I was saying.
shooting, of actually owning and shooting a gun and getting paid more.
But that's what I was
Getting
getting
paid
at.
more. If you choose to defend your kids and defend your school, you should get paid more. And I feel like that should be a new bill Trump passes, and hope it does, because I feel like teachers right now they work more than anybody, and they're honestly putting their life on the line, because there's been a lot, and they don't make enough. There's been a lot of shootings. You're also you got to teach a kid and dodge bullets. Like, that's crazy. Like, teach a kid and you got to dodge bullets at the same time.
Especially the school system, but honestly, I think it's the school system itself needs to be. It should also teach kids because these are the threats we're facing now. It has to change to the time. Students should also be taught how to defend themselves, how to not just parents. First aid, manage a wound.
Yeah, but it's had that in school.
They used to, but not
Oh, no
anymore.
more?
The thing is that
They just teach you how to be transgendered now in school.
yeah, that's the problem. I think nowadays we as a society have become, like, we watch violence on TV like it comes to our home, prepared for it. And the problem, because it's lack of training. I understand that kids are kids, and I get that, but caught in the so they should be taught at a young age at this situation. They get in a situation where there could be an active shooting in school or something, so they teach kids, put a station in place, barricade yourself, and then if you have to prepare to fight. Military teaches that as well. We still do the whole barricade in place fight if we have to. But for kids as well, I understand a kid getting a firefight or shot up or whatnot. I was in the line. I'd rather have my kid fight back, just stay there cowering, pissing himself, and it's like, and then they get shot. Rather, you're gonna fight for your life.
Yeah.
They're gonna shoot you regardless. Better you go down fighting than just and get shot. And not to say that anyone else didn't, bad, but at least it comes down to the parent. You have to understand. You can't always shield your kids. Shielding your kids can only go so far. At some point, you have to say, "Look, reality's gonna hit you. I'm gonna prepare you as best I can." You're gonna see some. Better I prepare you for that.
That's just preparing them both physically, mentally, and spiritually as well. Because the world is not a rainbows and flowers. You know what I mean? No.
Despite all the transgender community have you.
All right, so tell me about this AI shit you're talking about with Trump banging little girls.
So recently, there was pictures floating around the internet, and supposedly a lot of people are saying it's real. But the problem is with AI now. AI is like so super advanced to the point where it's like, I don't know if you've seen some AI videos that they look real as hell.
Yeah.
And then you look at the comment section, they're like, people start pointing out that it's fake. Oh, this guy had 5 fingers or 6 fingers, or extra shoulder up here. And then you look at the little corners of the videos that you see as out of place, and you go, okay, yeah, it is AI. But it's like it's creepy how AI is like getting so advanced.
Unknown user, thanks for the follower. Oh, that's last month. Why did it just pop up now? I'm sorry to cut you off, Gabe. Did you see it flicker? Anyway, whatever. Go ahead.
So, long story short, and again, I'm Republican. I'm really hoping that this is not true. I don't think it is. I think it's AI. I think, but I will say this: Trump doesn't want to release the Epstein files. That's a little shady too.
Yeah, that's
Not
gonna
lying
play
is
into what I
bullshit,
want
yeah.
to talk about at the end.
Like, I love Trump. I think he's a great president. But if he did some shenanigans, I'm really hoping he didn't. That would look bad for Republicans. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
I think it'll look bad for the government. I don't even think it's a Republican thing.
Well, you understand what I'm saying? It'll be look bad for a lot of things. Honestly, it's not good for business. Honestly, it's we Republicans we thrive on trying to be on the right side. We do. We try to we have family values compared to like liberals, and you can go on and on with it. But when you have a president who claims to be on our side and he does something like this, like it's like a stab in the back a little bit. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he did it. I don't. I think it's all fake. I think he's still doing what he's supposed to do. I don't think he was part of that. And there has been an incident at his hotel. I think it was I forgot the actual name of it. But basically, the story goes where Epstein was trying to caress or trying to flirt with one of the daughters of another individual that was staying at the hotel, which was a great friend of Donald Trump. And Donald Trump got word of it, and he kicked out Epstein and banned him from all his hotels. And that actually is true. You can look that up. So I don't know. It's super confusing what's going on. Honestly, very confusing. So what do you guys think about this?
You want to talk, Jack? Give it a Josh.
I don't have nothing to say about this one.
Now, what do you think about the whole Epstein thing? The whole files and now all of us.
with that, I feel like I actually like I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I never voted in my life, and I don't plan to. Everybody's puppets, anyways. But I would say this though, I like Trump. I like his tenacity. Sometimes I think he goes overboard with with the comments he makes, but. Yeah, but I'm a blunt person myself, so I like that. I like bluntness, and honesty. But this whole Epstein shit, he needs to put him out.
Yeah,
because like I said before, he was like, hey, I'm, when I get in office, I'm letting everything out.
Yeah,
Everything's gonna be,
So did Elon Musk.
right, exactly. And the only evidence or partial evidence that he gave out was to like 4 influencers that were just had probably over 100K followers. I don't even think they were like documented anything to do with they're just TikTokers. He allowed them to see that and see that list or partial evidence. But they were they were the influencers. This is on video. Were saying that they were going to go ahead and let everything out afterwards. So it's like, what's going on? Are you paying the influencers to say, "Oh, see, I'm putting it out to the public. You see," and then they're just getting paid, and then nothing happens.
Yeah,
It's like you're doing something.
Yeah,
Like, come on, man, come on, let's stop it.
All right, Onyx.
Real quick, sorry, Onyx. So the picture I saw, the AI picture, I just want to explain it. It's pretty creepy. He had a lot of little girls.
Define little.
Between I would say 8 and 12. One was sitting on his lap, and another one's on his right. They show pictures of him being in the plane with them, being in the room with him. It's just the picture was very, very disturbing, and I tried my very best to see. You know how like with AI, it glitches a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, but with this picture, I didn't see anything. But again, it could be one of those things where somebody who's an extreme liberal has a lot of money to make those pictures perfect, honestly, and then trying to frame him. You know what I mean? I don't know. At this point, I'm really nervous because if it turns out that he did something that would hurt a lot of Republicans and a lot of people. It won't be good at all. It'll be crazy.
It's like the government. To me, it wouldn't be the president. It would be the government. Because then after that, how can we trust you? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Area 51, they actually have it documented where they actually have items of extraterrestrials, of aliens, and they have different ships. So that's documented. Also, that's on video. So it's all craziness because there's so many secrets that's unknown. They're not telling nobody. I'm not sure they don't want everybody to freak out and become a purge. Everybody just I don't know. It's a rebellion. I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
All right, Onyx.
What do you think, Onyx? Give us just your input.
And if you agree with what they say, just add anything different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so we don't all repeat ourselves.
so I honestly think some people are looking at the. Let me make a few things clear. I don't completely agree with your sentiment that have family values. I do think our liberals who have family values, it's just not as conservative as Republicans.
Yeah.
They don't hold to traditional values. Second, I think dealing with the topic that honestly we have no business with this for our time, 30 something years ago.
Mm.
Why are we bringing up shit past that's like us having qualms about World War II and the aftermath of it?
Wait,
We
wait.
weren't even alive to be.
You talking about with Epstein? How it was like years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Like,
that's damning evidence.
but even
Yeah,
but if that's the
crazy
case,
evidence.
the Diddy trial, same fucking that there. How did that go?
But Diddy's not part of the.
Yeah, he's not. No.
Where is
The
it?
thing, so the thing is, so the thing is,
Conspiracy.
so the thing that I believe is that that's like, so let's say you wronged me 10 years ago, made a mistake, and even if it's an honest mistake, should I crucify you? Did 10 years ago?
No,
At the end of the day, we're still people, regardless whether you're in positions of power or not. That doesn't change. It's just we give symbols to power, expectations. Oh, this position you should be immaculate. Bullshit. You're a human being. You make mistakes no different than anyone. Just like you make mistakes like everyone else. Your past should not define your present or your future. If he made a mistake, he made a mistake. Now, the fact that if he's hiding it, I agree that looks bad on him. But look at the possible ramifications if it does come out, all credibility can be lost. I mean, you have to put the interest of the country first, not just your own pride or your individual affairs. It's what's for the betterment of the United States. In this case, I don't think bringing shit up from years ago has relevance to what's going on now. There's bigger issues at play.
No, I agree with that, but it's I always believe in principle. So your principle, your word is everything. You know,
True, but
fuck a document. Give me your word. The caveman didn't have paper back in the
No,
day.
I get you.
They said, "Hey, I'll give you this, and you give me that." And then you got to believe in his word. Fuck a document. That just became later when we, became smarter. And
But true, but again, that's your actions prove your words. That means actions in the present, not actions in the past.
No, but I understand that. But what I'm saying is that it's still coming. It's still in the present because he's holding on to it. It wasn't like like. All right, put it. All right, you're gonna put it out. You put it out. If you were with Epstein or you weren't with Epstein, now we know. But we got to know that before you come in. That's like a woman. You wouldn't date a woman if a woman came to you and said, "Hey, yeah, oh, I'm the best woman in the world. Oh, I never had sex with any man. I'm a virgin. I'm all yours." And then she came and said, "Oh, I used to be a porno star."
Put the ring on the finger. Now she tells you, yeah.
You ain't gonna want to stay with that woman.
I mean, so
You ain't gonna want to stay with that woman and it's not because she was a porno star. No, it's because the principle. You lied to me. So what else are you lying about?
Lies.
So
No, I'm saying lies.
If
dude.
Trump, if Trump did or did not do this, okay, no, I agree with you. I'm not Jesus. I can't crucify, or I'm not a Roman, knight. I can't crucify you, and I don't want to crucify you. That's not my job. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. But I can say this as my president. I want somebody that I can trust. So if you are holding on to this for dear life until your term is done, you're wrong for that. But if you already put that out there, I agree with you. I would. It would be hard to know that Trump and Epstein was, molesting 8-year-old girls. But again, I'm not God. If you became my president, I would have to forgive you and follow you because you're leading us. But if you're holding on to this while you are in term, that's wrong.
Like just one thing, like if you're going for presidency, and you know that you did stuff that was extremely,
Detrimental.
detrimental to your character, and you're going to be a leader of the United States, and technically speaking, a head leader of the world. Like that's what the president of the United States is. All countries look up to us. You can't have that. Yeah, you can't have that title a pedophile. You just can't have it, bro. You can't have it. Yeah, it's which means he had no business running. I'm sorry, but he had no business. If he did it, I don't think he did it. I don't think he did
That's
it.
where it comes to the point. Is
So-
the truth. Like it causes more.
Give
It
him the
makes
mic when
the,
he
it makes
talks.
the United States look bad, honestly.
Yeah, it causes, and that's what
Like
that's
like
what
we're pro pedals or something.
yeah, and that's what sucks is that because he's doing all these antics with hiding it and giving it to influencers,
Yeah.
it makes people think and sit back and go, okay, what's really going on? Why? Everybody kind of sits back and thinks about it. I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Because there's a lot of people around here probably thinking the same thing. That damn, did this man molest little girls? Did he go to these parties with Epstein? Was Diddy there?
Yeah.
Did he do it? Was Diddy there? Was he the head of state?
The head diddler.
The head diddler? Over Trump? Like, damn, was Trump just following everybody? You start to think about that. Yeah, where and now if like I said, if he didn't say the whole, hey, when I come in office, we're gonna let everything out. Everybody's gonna know. If he didn't say all that and kind of went on the rug, this would even be really a whole thing. It'd just be a thought and that's it. But now it's like really playing Jedi mind tricks on you.
That's what I wanted to get at. Not
Keep
if
promises.
if I wasn't really watching the whole. I wasn't watching the whole debate ever when it came out initially. He initially put that out that he was gonna put the whole file out to the American public. And absolutely, I agree with you. He should stand by his word and put that out there. Now, at the same time, it's kind of a foot in your mouth because obviously he's going to say whatever. Any politician is going to say whatever they're going to have to say to get the votes, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
They make promises and all the things, they'll change things. That's never in the history of this country or
That's why I don't vote.
ever fucking works because it's not that simple. It's never that simple, and every character has some kind of shaded background. I mean, we have presidents that have done really questionable shit in the past, but they swept it under the rug for the sake of political convenience. This is probably the same thing. Do I agree? Am I saying it's okay? No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying we're pedophiles and also I'm not getting. I think that's a problem. I think that's separately. I don't think that should detract from his overall political affiliation. I think if he is responsible for that, then yes, that's a separate case, and that would question, okay, if that's something came to light, what else is in the club?
Yeah.
True. But at the same time, he's our current president. Okay. So he can go under investigation for that, but he can still run the country in the time being.
Yeah.
Or if it's really bad, okay. So right now the president push it aside, but he will come up dead for the time being. Cleared, go to the charges. From there, we go from there. But
That's why this timing is so detrimental because that's what I'm saying. He has what 2 more years of his term. He might be able to
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
A little more.
But he just
He just got it.
I just feel like it's. Are you gonna wait that long until it's finally done and then boom, you're gonna hit him with, yeah, I did it. Because then at that point, you are kind of burning
Yeah.
the United States. We're built on trust. We are. We're built on trust. It says it right on the dollar. Trust in the people. It's built there.
it's trust in God, not trust in the people.
I mean, trust in God, but that's why would that be on the American dollar? You know what I mean?
That's the
If you're
difference.
not a man of God, you're not a man of trust. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time this country was actually stable? The last time.
I mean, yeah, it's 2025. It's hideous now. Now we have.
We know what it is. It's spiral.
No, yeah.
It's spiral of corruption.
Listen, you know what it is. Listen, I'm not against. We're gonna talk about. I'm not against different religions at all. Like I actually accept them. I love it. Like Buddhism, love Buddhism. But how I feel like in the United States, we're having too many people allowed to be in here. That's mixing. So now we're having Hindu, Buddhism, Muslim. It's so many religions that's being tossed in. Look at New York, look at Philly. They're not an American flag up. They're throwing Pakistani flag up, saying Muslim. Kill Americans, and we're allowing that. That's showing that we got to be preventative. We can't allow. That's like Miami. I talk about this all the time. I'm like, it's getting overpopulated, driving around. I said, we have to have a limit. Yeah, it's been overpopulated. We have to have a veto or a census saying, hey, we're not allowing this many people, and I'm saying that for the United States. It's look at Iran. You don't see Americans running around with American flags. We don't want to. We don't. First of all, we don't want to go there, but we wouldn't do that regardless. Even when we go to Europe, we're not running around, London with our American flag. No, we're sitting there. We're taking London in. We're enjoying it. We're breathing it in, and then we go back to the States. When people from UK come over, oh, UK this, UK that. People from Sudan come over, oh, Sudan this, Sudan that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so you're low key tainting from our land and then hating on us.
So the problem with that is
the ones that move in.
Move in, yeah. I'm not saying off. I'm not saying off. No.
Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly. You're coming into a country that's taking care of you, that give you your rights, give you your car to work, and then after that, you put Mexican flag everywhere. You say, I hate America.
You wave the Mexican flag instead of the U.S.
Yeah, you're waving a Mexican flag or
You go to
the
these
U.S.
Spanish
flag.
neighborhoods, you see Mexican flag waving.
And it's not even American flag. And it's like, I understand, man, but you can put both up. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go to Mexico and be waving my American flag and say I'm America.
So the problem with that, we touched on this last podcast that we did, and I kind of ranted on that, is that our generation has become so, I want to say anti-American, but we hold these ideals.
It's anti-American.
We hold these ideals of Constitution.
That's the schooling system now. It's
hold on a minute.
promoting a lot of anti-American. Sorry.
But the thing is that we've been taught about the Constitution since we were kids, freedom of speech and stuff. That only applies to Americans. That does not apply to foreigners that come here or people who. There was a time when America had a limitation on how many people. I think honestly should come back because I was that back in the 1960s. That under the Reagan administration, he done that where West it used 10% inflation from it used to come. Because it used to be percent of your part and South, it was that was it. There was a percentage per year that was not it. And there were rules back in the day that when you came to this country, you assimilate to the country that you come to.
Yeah.
And that's part of adopting to the culture that you're in. So you into the whole progress instead of you can bring your differences, fine. Just adds to the flavor of it all and it brings it in perspective. But when you come in and you don't demand a certain way of being, you're not part of that, you're not a citizen of that country. You try to emphasize your cause over the cause of the nation that you're coming to. That makes no sense. Now you're creating this unity. You see in Europe, where in England the majority of the population is not even English anymore. It's already foreign.
Yeah.
And I have one in Ireland where with the whole Hamas Israel thing. So many young generations are fighting for the free Pakistan. See the
Palestinians.
free Palestine.
Yeah.
See them and young generation of Irish are like, fuck that shit. This is Ireland.
Yeah.
You came here. You want to be part of Ireland? That's fine. You can come here. You can have your different free religion. Whatnot. That's fine. But you assimilate to the culture that you come to. You don't bring your bullshit over here.
Or try to change the country and make it your own country.
Exactly. South Florida, there's a lot of like in South Florida, there's a lot of Cubans. A lot of people from South America. Nothing wrong with that. We're okay with that. But the thing is that a lot of them, again, in my place of work, a lot of people speak Spanish. And I get it. In South Florida, a lot of people speak Spanish. But I've been told before, buddy, you live in Florida. Why don't you speak Spanish? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm sorry, last I checked, you're in America. This is the United States.
By the way, Florida, United States. Miami, United States.
Exactly.
Is that Miami, Mexico?
Exactly.
Or Miami, Nicaragua.
And it's like
it's United States, Miami.
Exactly. And it's like I get it. I know it's a language barrier, especially with the old generation. I understand. But as long as an effort is made to try to assimilate.
Right, try it. Exactly.
But some people they're like, I came from Cuba, Nicaragua. It's like, I speak Spanish and everyone speaks Spanish here. Yeah. And it's like, if that's the case, go back to where you came from. Go home.
Yeah.
This is not your home if you're not going to assimilate here. I'm sorry. You know, if you don't want to be American, you don't have to be. That's fine, but get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting tired of this shit. And now you have a younger generation of Americans. Oh, you can't tell people what to do. It's like, fuck you. You're an American. How can you say that? You're spitting on the very people who fought and died for you in the past.
Right.
If you were to go to their country, they would tell you to fucking buck up and get to the system or not and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Same shit. Or even worse, they might even kill you.
Yeah.
Or detain you. I mean, it all varies.
If I was at a bar, deep Mexico, and was speaking English, oh gringo, get out of here, fuck off, gringo, puta. They'd be going crazy. Here we're like, oh, it's okay, sir, it's okay. Let's write it down. Or here I got a translator. No, like deep side, they would be like Mexico. They would be like, get the hell out of here, man. What the hell are you talking about? You know?
They'd be like, why are you here? You know, this is our territory.
It's gonna be very rare. You're gonna bump into somebody that's gonna care. They're gonna, if anything, you're just gonna be more of a target. Crazy.
Yeah, no, and I agree with everything that you guys are saying. And if you really look at it to determine what type of religion that we really are, look at the founding fathers. What were their faith? If you look at every single one of them, what was the faith of the founding fathers?
Well, the founding fathers were, according to history, they weren't typically Christian in Christian sense. A lot of the laws and principles they abided by came from Judeo-Christian backgrounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Those are the morals and codes of Europe that they preceded them,
Yes.
and it worked well in those countries. Those are the founding religions, more or less Christian, that really preceded the laws of this country. Just like English. The reason why it's not stated in the Declaration of Independence is because everyone back then fucking spoke English. That was a common language everyone spoke. Nowadays, America has an official language. What the fuck are you talking about? America's been English this entire time. It was a British colony before it freaking became the United States of America. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, that's people from Asia and freaking Africa. That's fucking great. That's great. There's people from Italy that came here. They still fucking spoke American. Yeah. They learned to speak English. Yeah. I'm sorry, just because you come here from outside doesn't mean we have to adopt to your way of life. You're adopting to our way of life, which means Americanized. Simple as that. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Sorry.
And I will say this.
Actually, fuck that. I'm not apologizing. Fuck that. If you don't like it, get the fuck out.
I will say this real quick before we go on to
because we're going to move on after that. Yeah.
George Washington, and this has been documented. George Washington, before every battle or near battle that he went to, when his soldiers were transporting towards the battle, he would go off to by himself to a field or to just to be by himself where the tents were at of his military forces, and he will pray. Yeah. And he will ask, God for guidance and to help him in his time of need. And he was definitely a believer of Jesus Christ. So that being said, if people want to ask what is the true religion of the United States, is Christianity. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We are a Christian nation. You know what I mean? So, and I agree with what Audrey's saying. And what Josh is saying. With all the Buddhists coming over, the Muslims coming over, and now they want to, hold on to their beliefs from their countries and change things. No, it doesn't work that way. You come here, you have to assimilate. That's just
hold on. Now, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying they convert the religion.
No, I mean they try to change other people. You understand what I'm saying? The Constitution. There's nothing wrong with your household being a Muslim. That's completely fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're going out there and advocating that this is a Muslim country, no. Sorry, no. This is a Christian country. Is always going to be a Christian country. There is no changing that. Now, if you want to be in your household,
you can say the foundation.
Yeah,
you can say the foundation, but
foundation.
You don't need to come here and be Christian.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is that you can buy a house and you can stay Muslim. That's fine. But to try to proclaim that we're going to make the United States a Muslim nation. That's not. That's if you read the Quran, they literally said go out to every nation, try to force nations to become Muslim, literally to follow the Quran. Literally, if you read the Quran, that's what it dictates. So it's like no.
On the other hand, there were crusades of Christians that would slaughter everybody who didn't want to become Christians.
That's not. Hold on, that's not entirely true.
That's another. So we're gonna be.
So any religion, right? Any religion can really do that.
But we'll touch on that subject next.
Yeah,
it's getting too deep. It's getting too deep. It was a Catholic church, yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Hold on. I'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. That's a whole video.
No. That never happened. That never
Guys.
happened.
No, I'm not saying there are atrocities, but okay, we'll get on that later. So you were going to talk about lies.
Yeah.
They'll touch on the whole.
Yeah, anyway,
You're
so-
going to go. Oh, you're already home.
No, I'm not trying. Well, you know, the Templars fucking walking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Fucking, fucking hacking people down. Fucking chopping your head off and
Good, we want the
fucking
next,
kicking it down an
next
alleyway into a
subject with
pile
the
of donkey shit.
Wow, y'all are fun.
How dare you bastardize history? That's
Uh,
But anyway, so you were getting into the subject. Anyway, so yeah, this week I was kind of just brewing in my thoughts about overall like lies. Okay, so maybe in your life, personal level, and like just okay. So here's where I'm going to start with this. So like, I feel like the older I get, especially now, everything that you've been led to believe growing up is a lie. You're talking bullshit.
Everything?
Thinner and thinner. Almost everything you ever thought and believed is a fucking lie. And so like, okay, so like it's like in the movie The Matrix, right? Which that movie just gets even more brilliant the older you get, you know? So basically you got Neo who's just living his life, right? Living his mundane life like everybody else. And then he cut forward, he gets approached by Morpheus and is like, okay, so there's what you believe is real and there's the actual truth. The whole red blue people think it's fucking political. It's not.
Blue pill.
It's not political.
It's not.
Red pill and blue pill. Red pill is, do you want to know the truth and be miserable and live a life of fucking misery because of it, because you know the truth? Or do you want to have the wool pulled over your eyes and continue to live your bliss life, being absolutely fucking clueless to what's going on, but you will probably be happier for it? And that is the whole story of the Matrix. So basically, when you brought up this whole Epstein thing, I never paid too much attention to it until when he came out and was just like, yeah, this shit doesn't exist. It's not real. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because we already covered it ad nauseum, but it's like the whole thing you've been telling people this whole time, there's this fucking list, you ran on it. It was like one of your things. Drain the Swamp was his biggest thing in 2016. Drain the Swamp. So you literally are coming out and just saying like, I like the fucking swamp the way it is. There's actually nothing in the swamp. It's actually kind of nice in there. There's no gators. There's no fucking fish. It's a lagoon. Let's just leave it the way it is. Yeah. But so that's on the whole political thing. So many things in the political realm have like changed my mind, and I'm naturally very conservative, but I don't go around telling people like, oh yeah, I'm a Republican, like, which I don't have a problem telling people, but like the two-party system is a whole other debate. And I think the reason it exists is for balances and but whatever. Anyway, but just to my core, one of my things as a human being, lying is one thing that bothers me the absolute fucking most. So when like I've cut people out of my life for lying. Like just like it could be a stupid lie about something, but like I don't want to be around people that just don't fucking tell me the truth. Because if you think if it's that big of a fucking deal, and usually it's not, and you're still lying to me, then like how can I fucking trust anything that comes out of your mouth? Like why do I talk to you?
A little like lead into a big lie that could hurt.
Like if you're lying to me, like if you're like telling me this table's black, and you're like, yeah, no, the table's black, and I'm like, no, it's fucking not. Why are you telling me the table's black? You know, I fucking know you're lying.
Yeah, of course.
So anything else you tell me immediately is discounted.
No question. What if the person's colorblind?
Nah, that's that. If they're colorblind, they would tell you they're colorblind. And if they're
yeah.
But so the thing is, what I'm trying to get at here is that some people feel guilt and shit. That they feel like if they tell the truth, they won't see you the same way. You won't see them the same way. Which I get. I understand because I've been in that several occasions. But I feel like if I came out said something about I know would put me in a bad light, not in a bad light, but told the truth, it would put me. And rather than admit the truth, we kind of convince ourselves maybe things are just better.
See, but like I feel like as I get that perspective, I think that's the common perspective. But I find now as I get older, like it's not about abundance, it's about quality, not
Agreed.
quantity. So I rather just tell you the truth, and if you don't like me, I just save myself a whole lot of time and fucking stress. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, what if the quality of that person or another? Tell you the quality.
Yeah, I feel like though, like this is
That's
what
the fear.
And I feel like this is what's disappeared like over the last like fucking like 8 years is everyone now identifies with like their political beliefs. Immediately if you don't align with it, I can't talk to you anymore. Oh, you voted for Biden? Fuck that guy. I'm deleting his phone number.
Yeah.
But like
That's bullshit.
but
I
maybe
don't agree with that.
but that's fucking stupid though because like I might think you're misinformed or an idiot,
Yeah.
but you might think I'm misinformed or an idiot. And who's right is a whole different thing. But like if you tell me one thing and we don't like center our relationship solely around that and we have nothing else to talk about, it shouldn't fucking matter. Okay, you voted okay, you're a little more left leaning. You voted for Biden, you like this and that. All right, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Can I still talk to you about other shit? Could we get along?
But that exactly proves my point, though.
You
is
have to agree to disagree.
So my point, though, is that some people are so comfortable in the situation of what, like, I've seen families break apart.
Oh, it's my
Tons of
family.
ways.
My family's like that.
And it's
I was
like
like, what?
something that's just better left unsaid. Like even if like a family vote, like say a mother voted for Trump, but the kids voted for Biden, the two completely.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Sometimes it's better just, you know what? Because the family is not telling the truth of this, not at that level. You know what? Maybe I
That's
just
crazy.
keep it to myself.
Like that.
And just keep it to myself rather than break the whole.
Agree to disagree, and we still get along.
We- Simply because of a political view. And that's just the thing is it's not that simple. I get it. We should live in a world where everyone's gonna tell the truth. And not everyone's gonna be open enough to be or have the courage to do that. Like if Trump was truly a pedophile, you think they'd be like, you know what, people, American people, I'm a pedophile. I agree. I deal with little girls and little boys. You know, you're all gonna accept it. No, no, because no one's gonna fucking be like, no, fuck that shit. They're gonna fucking oust him.
Yeah, of course.
So and some things,
Who might start
you know.
writing?
So the thing is,
But then again, I think like, and then that's my but that's like my other thing. So that's my other thing, and I'm just trying to hurry up because I know we're running out of time. This is my other thing is like, and this is like extreme, but this is reality. This is
You said something about you want your family. You want to touch on that or?
oh yeah. So like I voted for Trump. I'm more conservative. I don't really fucking talk about it with people because it shouldn't be my fucking identity. Like I shouldn't have a sticker on my head that goes, "I voted for Trump. Don't fucking talk to me."
Or Trump.
But so like my dad's side of the family, I love all of them, and my whole life they were a big part of my life growing up, and because they don't really get along and believe with what my family believes, like with my dad and my brother and my mom or whatever, we don't talk. Like that side of the family doesn't talk to us anymore.
Are they liberal or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're very like democratic. Okay? And it's like I don't care if you are, but like it's become like to the point to where they get hostile about it, and my dad and my brother can be kind of hostile about it too. Like they don't, not that they started or whoever starts, it doesn't matter, but like it just sucks that like just because of that shit, it's like you don't talk to your family anymore, and it could be for better or for worse, but that's the answer to that question. But he is no Eric yeah, our whole family our immediate family is
The cousins,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but like I miss a time where like you could just get together and not talk about it. Now it's not like that anymore because there are people that I'm talking about that They're going to bring it up. They
Yeah, of
can't
course.
fucking help themselves. They're going to bring it up. And the other person can't help themselves. They're going to fucking defend it. And they're going to get mad.
They want to prove that they're right.
Yeah,
And-
but
and
anyway, because we're running out of time. The last thing I wanted to say was with the whole lying thing is like, they have people have been being taught like that to hate this country, especially in my opinion, from the fucking Democratic side, going back to like fucking Colin Kaepernick and all that shit, and everyone just fucking hating the country, and that has existed already.
Yeah.
That was part of their plan or whatever. But anyway, I think now with all the lying, just being fucking lied to every day. Like, you can't turn on the news, whether it be Fox or CNN
They could be lying
or
to you.
anything. I don't fucking believe a single iota that comes out of any of their fucking mouth. And it's
They're just
because
saying that
they
it's fucking
fucking
good.
proved me not to.
Yeah.
And
Now that just makes you cynical.
yeah, but like, I
No,
think
seeing
there's
that
so
caught
much.
So many times lying, it's
I just think there's so much. There's just
Yeah.
so much evidence that people aren't telling the truth about what they're telling us. Like there's been no reason to believe anything that we're being told. Like,
Okay, so then don't believe it, but it doesn't mean that you don't distrust the whole system. Just okay, I don't believe I'm getting the full story here. So now you have to do your due diligence, American citizen, individual, to do your homework, find out
True.
what the truth is, and decipher the bullshit. You don't need.
I don't
to
think
tell-
that matters anymore, though. I really don't. I think it showed us in the 2020 election that election was stolen. I don't give a fuck what
Oh,
anybody
of course.
says. Now, it doesn't matter what you
I'm
think.
broke records.
I think,
Literally broke records.
honest to God, I'm not being cynical or bullshitting you. I really think that us voting now is a fucking illusion of power. I think it's decided who they want to be in charge
No.
is who's going to win.
I wouldn't say that.
And I personally think maybe coming from a military background, because I used to be a guy, like I'm not from the military. I used to say, and Gabe was there once, I was like, yeah, if we went to war with another country, it was like a world war, I was like, I'd fight for the country, yeah. But now we do stuff that doesn't fucking make any sense. We take our money. We have people who can't fucking afford to
You
live.
want to go to war now because now you're fighting for bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like we don't have money for food. Like we don't have money for food. Rent's fucking through the fucking roof. People don't get paid what they're supposed to. Your whole life you were told go to college, get a 4-year degree, you'll get a good paying job. That's fucking
You're gonna buy a
bullshit.
house,
That's fucking bullshit.
Beautiful house, beautiful car, and all that.
Yeah,
Stuff.
all of that is fucking bullshit. So,
Bullshit. It's just it changed.
but it's bullshit now. It's what it is.
I mean,
My whole life, I gone my whole fucking young life doing no drugs, no crime, 4-year degree, doing everything they told me to, applying to jobs.
Man, you missed out on a lot of good shit.
No, but doing everything I was
You
fucking
missed out
supposed
on
to
some
do.
good
No,
shit,
but seriously, doing every.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Well, legit, doing.
He's saying facts, bro.
No, but like doing every fucking thing I was told to do growing up. I drank the fucking Kool-Aid my whole life.
Yeah.
The United States is the good guy. Go to school. Don't do drugs. Don't do fucking crime. You'll get a job. And what did I get? A fucking middle finger in my face.
Yeah.
What do I get? I get told that I'm the fucking bad guy because I'm a straight white man. I'm a piece of shit. I'm racist automatically because I'm fucking white. So I'm racist now. But now I can't.
lying, though.
I go to work, my last job,
Yeah.
bless my fucking ass, do the right thing. Who the fuck gets promoted and praised? The guy who does no fucking work and smokes weed on the clock all fucking day while I hold it down. No. So work hard and you'll get what you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that didn't fucking work either. So now that's a lie, right? So now the price of everything keeps going up.
Yeah, inflation.
So your wages are fucking meandering where they're
And
at.
now careers
But-
that used to be good are.
But
no
now
longer
it's like,
good.
okay, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna save us money. I'm gonna bring in Elon Musk. We're gonna have this fucking Doge department and we're gonna save money. Okay, so I find all this fucked up spending. Yeah, that's great. Okay. And then he goes and signs a fucking bill to spend more fucking money than what he fucking saved. Right? Then what about, let's fund by proxy a war that has absolutely nothing to do with that we fucking caused. We caused the war. The fucking Ukrainian war. We caused the fucking war because Russia.
Kept poking them.
Well, Russia said, "Don't fucking join NATO. I don't want NATO on my fucking doorstep."
You're talking about Ukraine joining NATO, correct?
Yeah. So what did we do? Kamala pushed them join fucking NATO.
Invaded Ukraine because of that.
I get you, but the thing is that at the end of the joke's on him because Ukraine's still not part of NATO.
But like the only reason is Ukraine would not be there right now if we didn't continue to give them money. The war would have been over years ago.
Well,
They're like, it's like fucking your high school soccer team fighting the fucking Marines. It's just you're gonna lose. But so you got that right, and then you got fucking the whole Israel-Palestine thing, which. They fucking have our nuts in a fucking vice. We look like a bunch of bitch-made punks right now because everything they tell us to do, we fucking do. And there's a rumor, and I don't know if you heard it. This is a conspiracy, but at this point, does it surprise you that Epstein was a plant with the Mossad, who's like the CIA of Israel, correct?
Yeah,
Mossad's like the CIA of Israel. So basically, his whole property, all of it, just like Diddy's and shit, bugged completely because they would have high level figures there. They would get you set them up, you record them, you get dirt on them, and now you can fucking get them by the balls and be like, you got to do what I want, motherfucker, because I have a picture of you fucking a 13-year-old girl in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you were spiked.
So like you got fucking that's the reason why they're saying that they don't want this list to come out is because Israel and the Mossad is like you can't release this.
The government of Israel bugged probably Epstein and probably even Diddy's locations.
Yeah, so like the guy was whatever the fuck they tell you was, but really he was like, okay, I need you to set this up for us. We'll protect you, this and that. Once it got too hot, they're like, oh, motherfucker, you got to go to jail now. Yeah. And then once he goes to jail, they're like, all right, we got to fucking kill him.
Of course, yeah.
And then, it's just everything is just, to me, is a lie. And it's just like, I spend so, like, you look at your fucking check and see how much shit they take out of the motherfucker just for them to send somewhere that I don't fucking give a shit. I don't give a fuck if Israel doesn't like Palestine. I don't fucking care. You know why? Because eggs are fucking $9 a dozen. You could take your fucking war and shove it up your ass sideways. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. You want to know why? Because if we got attacked, do you fucking think they're going to come running over here and helping us? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Oh,
I do agree that America overly gets. We always play let's help everyone else. Okay, helping us. We can't constantly be the ones that are giving.
No,
or we do more funding to
and that just goes down to the core of everything you were talking about earlier. Like let them in and we'll make Spanish a secondary language. We'll let them take the test in Spanish. Why? Go to fucking Japan and ask if you could take their test in fucking English. They'll friggin' cut your nuts off.
There has to be a standard. There has to be some level of,
and Japan is going to start limiting soon people coming in their country just for tourism now because people go over there and act a fool but like they don't fuck with that shit. But they don't fuck with that shit. Like they have a cultural identity and they maintain it. The people that go over there usually they identify with it. But like other cultures don't reciprocate. They don't come here. They don't give a fuck about your music and your TV shows and your fucking food and your fucking language or none of that shit. And that's the problem. Because like an older generation of families that came here were so happy to be here. They're like, we're going to start speaking fucking English, man. Yeah. We're fucking American now, dude. Fucking rock and roll. I still like to eat fucking pita bread and hummus, and that's cool. That's great. I'll show it to my neighbor. He'll fucking like it. And he can show me his shit, and we'll fucking eat it together. But like, and that you get excited about that shit.
Yeah.
Like you're in the club, dude. You fucking made it. Like be in the club. Do you go to the club, pay VIP, and then pull out your fucking Lunchables and your Capri Sun? No, bitch. You just fucking got into the busiest club
Yeah.
in the whole freaking state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my tirade. It's just like I don't know. I just get amped up about getting lied to. I don't like that shit. I just don't like it.
Okay, no one likes it. No one likes
It
getting lied
grinds
to.
your gears. It grinds your gears.
No one likes getting lied to.
Yeah.
And
I
and
agree.
yeah, so
You were formerly a dude. You didn't tell me. It's a whole different story, but same shit. Lying. The lies just don't help.
like your work, yeah, like if you're a transgender chick and it's like you used to be a dude, like tell the fucking guy, be like, hey, just to let you know, I'm still kind of a dude. I just tuck it behind. He's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna lay this hammer down. That's his decision.
Yeah.
But like if you fucking sneak up on him and then he comes out and you got the freaking the goddamn baguette and 2 plums hanging there, then there's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you try to keep, oh, honey, never turn on the lights. And the guy's like, why? Never turn on the lights.
Never turn on the lights. That's just my pet hamster.
And again, that goes back to the.
It's
the
fine.
whole,
I have shirts like that. I gotta cut the neck off.
It goes back to the whole.
Yeah, wrap it up for us. Wrap it up. We gotta go.
But yeah, we can always talk about this more than the next.
Yeah, we'll spill it over. We're on a little time crunch today. Sorry, but anyways, any last words, real quick? Short.
Blame it on the podcast.
Yeah.
The group chat.
Oh.
You couldn't even get a fucking-
That's our show.
Blame it on the group chat. My bad.
New show next weekend. Don't like it. Blame it on the group chat. Peace out.
My God.